How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Cache Creek After the Game. Larry Beal along with Colin Resch, who's sitting in for Mike Schumann tonight. Upset alerts all over the place on the first weekend of October.
Yeah, we had a much better slate of games this weekend than last, but only a few really with good finishes. All the football, Max Scherzer with his second no-hitter of the season, plus Steve Kerr's leave of absence, and where this leaves the Warriors as the season approaches. But we have to start with Cal, don't we?
Would you rather start with something else? You sound disappointed.
We have to start with
I think we should start with Cal. It was really an entertaining game.
It was,
the Bear Raid against the Air Raid. Cal's Sonny Dykes facing Washington State and their head coach Mike Leach. They used to work together years ago, going all the way back 1997. University of Kentucky. Hal Mumme sitting there drawing up, let's run this spread, all these crazy things. They both run their own versions of the spread now. Cal trying to start 5-0, and you have the Warrior tie-in against Klay Thompson's Cougars. Yes. Clay in attendance today in Berkeley.
They're the one team in the Pac-10 who recruited me, so I always have a special place in my heart, and just the relationships I built in Pullman and the friends I made, something I'll cherish for my whole life.
He's a Coug. His squad looking good early. Cougars 2-1 coming in. Their only loss, a shocker when they dropped the opener to Portland State. Jared Goff struggled early, misreading coverages. Third play picked off by Marcellus Pippins, his fourth pick of the season.
Good quarterback matchup today, Larry. Washington State's Luke Falk, an efficient, patient player. Too patient here, sacked by reigning Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week. That's Kyle Craig, and turnover doesn't cost Cal as Wazoo would punt it away. Next Cal drive, 4th and 1 of the Cougars 27. Daniel Lasco seeing his first action since week 2. Stood up, Bears turn it over on downs.
So here comes Falk. Great protection, steps up in the pocket, lures the linebackers, and then dumps it off to Robert Lewis for a gain of 21 down to the Cal 7-yard line. And it's a 9-play, 71-yard drive. Falk to River Craycraft, 4 yards and 7-0 Wazoo.
Love that name, Craycraft.
Yeah.
Goff and company would respond. Goff stands in the pocket, takes a licking, delivers to Kanawai Noah from Punahou,
Hawaii.
And then this, Bryce Treggs. Look at that pass. 34 yards, 65th passing touchdown in Goff's career, breaking the old school record of 64 set by Kyle Boller. Fire off the cannon on Tywod Hill. Game's tied at 7.
Second quarter, like this play here as they influence left and then pitch back to the right. Kyron Priester down to the 19-yard line. 4 more plays inside the red zone, and the Cougars regain the lead. Gerard Wicks, look at him plow and chug. 14-7 Cougs.
Now after Cal turned it over on downs to their own 47, Wazoo driving Falk over the middle to Craycraft for a gain of 17. Cougs worked their way to 1st and goal from the 1. Can the Cal defense make a goal line stand? Falk goes out of bounds on 1st down.
2nd down, Wicks is going in. No, he's not, denied. 3rd down, quarterback sneak. No.
So now we've got 4th and goal from the 1. Falk stays on his feet this time. Watch number 11, Jonathan Johnson, come in, unintentionally helps pull him over the goal line. It was reviewed. Touchdown Cougars to take a 21-7 lead. 2.5 minutes to go in the half, and you know Sonny Dykes, he's not going to play a conservative. Goff pumps once, throws a strike to Kenny Lawler, 40 yards to the Wazoo 40-yard line.
5-play, 80-yard drive, and look at Lawler, one-handed reel it in. 9 yards for the touchdown. Matt Anderson missed the extra point, so Cal was down 21-13. But this replay tells it all. I mean, the defensive back is holding his left arm, so he can only use his right hand. Just a great play, great concentration, and Cal's down 8 at the half.
Washington State's first possession of the second half. Forced to punt from near midfield. Mike Leach calls the fake, but he has his punt to run the ball.
Bad idea.
Zach Charm looks like a fish out of water here. Hit by Tony McCarry. Stephon McClure scoops it up 45 yards the other way for the touchdown. Both of these coaches willing to roll the dice. Sometimes it works, Larry. You know, sometimes you just throw your punter to the wolves, like right here. And here a pack of Bears took him down.
That poor kid did not want to run the ball.
No, he didn't. No.
So it's 21-20, next Cougar possession, and Mustafa Jalil puts the suplex on the quarterback. Cougs 3rd and 17. Falk escapes, moves up in the pocket, and hits Gabe Marks for a gain of 19, 1st down.
The Cal 4, 3rd and goal. Falk going back to Marks, corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State. Cougs lead is back to 8 at 28-20. Cal's turn to reply once again. Goff going to his favorite target, that's Lawler. Looking for yak yards here, hit at midfield, fumbles, Wazoo would recover. Cal's 2nd turnover of the game.
So Falk goes back to work. Talk about dropping it right in the basket. To Marks, you couldn't hand him the ball any more precisely than that. Gain of 35. Cougs taking control, but look out. The blitz! Stephon McClure, like he was shot out of a cannon on the blitz, streaking in to take down the quarterback. 7 sacks in this game, 12 in the last 2 weeks.
And that was the worst field goal attempt I've seen all season.
Brutal.
Eric Powell from 40 yards, not even close. Goff marches the Bears 77 yards in less than 2 minutes. Looks left, throws right. Lawler 20 yards for the touchdown. Lawler 6 receptions, 105 yards, 2 TDs today. You're wondering if he got a foot down? Oh, yeah, he did. And Goff put the ball where only Lawler can make the play. Cal unable to get the 2-point conversions, 28-26.
And then they go with the onside kick. Nobody there for Wazoo. Darius Powell pounces on it. You talked about the gambling nature of both coaches, and Sonny Dykes rolling the dice pays off. Then the screen to Khalfani Muhammad makes one guy miss. And then, see you later. And then breaks a tackle. And then another tackle. And then finally the 5th guy brings him down. A gain of 20, though.
Small, but he's strong. Quick 4-play, 48-yard drive. Goff underneath to Maurice Harris. Finds a lane, and he is going to score 24 yards. Cal up 32-28. Goff's 4th touchdown pass of the game, is 15th of the season. He'd throw for 390 in the game. So up 4, they go for 2 and a 6-point lead. Goff to Treggs. They would review this, but he got a foot down. It's 34-28 going into the 4th.
8 minutes left. Goff hit, fumbles. Wazoo has about 18 chances to recover this ball, and nobody can pick it up. Cal recovers. That would have been a disaster. So 3rd and 36 from your own 4. Yeah, a little draw play.
No
Just be safe here. Vic and Wary says, safe? What are you talking about? I'm getting this first down. 42 yards on a draw.
Amazing. It wouldn't lead to any points, but it ate up valuable time for Wazoo. They get the ball back with a few seconds left. This is their final play. They try the lateral here. Cal's going to end up recovering the football. The 4th forced turnover by the Bears defense in the game. Cal holds on at home, 34-28. They improve to 5-0 for the first time since 2007. The Bears sweep the Washington Schools. It's Cal's first win as a ranked team since 2009. Goff and Falk in a duel here. Goff 390 yards passing, Falk 389. Lawler led the way in the receiving corps, but Goff, man, that guy gets everyone involved again. 33 completions to 11 different players.
Final numbers, neither team did much on the ground. That late and wary run was the big play from Cal on the ground today. Bears 469 in total offense, Cougs 403. Time of possession close. Key stat was turnovers, 4 for Wazoo, 2 for Cal. Mentioned earlier, the Bears came in with 14 forced turnovers, tops in FBS. They now have 18. That's 1 more than all of last year, and that is enormous. After the game, Rick Kwan with head coach Sonny Dykes.
Well, Coach Dykes, congratulations on going 5-0 for the first time since 2007. You were saying that the toughest part in getting the guys to win is to getting them to believe in themselves.
Yeah, I think that's always tough. I mean, that's, to me, when a football team starts to believe in themselves and each other, that's when you have an opportunity to do something special.
One guy you certainly believe in is Jared Goff. Just talk about his performance this afternoon.
I thought he started out probably not great for him. You know, we expect him to play perfect every week. He's such a good player, and probably wasn't his best performance early. But once he settled in, I thought he was, a typical Jared Goff. Thought he did a great job distributing the ball. Thought he took care of the ball. You got to give Washington State credit. Those guys played incredibly hard today. They had an open date last week. They had a good game plan. They were fresh. They were fast. And we were fortunate to win.
One of the big plays of the game was coming up with that onside kick. How did that come about?
Well, it's just something we saw. Mark Tomerdahl, our special teams coach, saw that and put it in the game plan, and we just felt like that was the best time to run it. And you got to give Matt Anderson credit. He kicked a great kick, and Darius Powell made a great play on the ball, and needed a little bit of a spark at that time. We were down, and that gave us a big lift.
And your defense today, 7 sacks out there and a couple of big turnovers coming up with them.
Yeah, I think we got 4 more turnovers this week, and that's the difference between winning and losing is getting those turnovers and taking care of the ball on offense. And so, as long as we'll keep doing that, I think it's going to give us opportunities to win football games. And, I thought our defense played great in the 4th quarter. I mean, they made a bunch of big plays, got some critical turnovers, and got some big stops, and was really proud of their performance.
Next week, perhaps your toughest opponent so far this season, Utah.
Yeah, facing another team on the road following a bye week. They'll be healed up and fresh, playing with a lot of confidence, coming off that big win against Oregon. And it'll be a big challenge for us, but I know our players are excited about it and ready to go back to work tomorrow and start getting ready.
Impressive. impressive.
They were, and this was a game they easily could have lost. Today.
Yeah.
The defense really made some big plays.
They were down all game, they came back and they hung on. So it's any win is a good win, but this one I think impressive just because they pulled it out at the end and made the plays when they had to, got the stops. But I want to know, and we've kind of been talking about this for the last week or two, is it time for the Cal Athletic Department to start making a real push for Jared Goff as a legitimate Heisman Trophy candidate? What do you think?
I think he's going to be sitting right next to Leonard Fournette from LSU in New York.
But it'd be nice if he's sitting there. We just want to get him there, right?
Yeah, well, let's start the push. Let's make our push here. Come on, Kyle McRae, Cal PR. I know Kyle's with us.
You know, we're going to get to his season numbers in a second, but let's look back at his 4-touchdown performance today. This is the 6th time in his Cal career he's thrown at least 4 touchdowns in a game, right? He now has 68 for his career, right? He bettered Kyle Bowler.
Right. In two and a quarter seasons, by the way.
Right. Down the seam there to Treggs for the first of the day. The great catch by Lawler for his second. The great footwork by Lawler. What a target he's become for number 3. And at times, just give it to your skill guy, and that was Maurice Harris, did for number 4. Rick Quan caught up with Goff after today's win.
Well, Jared, congratulations. 5-0 start for the first time since 2007. What does that mean for this team?
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, it's a place where we wanted to be at this point in the season, and we're here right now. And 5-0 is great, but you know, there's no stopping. I mean, we're not by any means done, and I think we're focused on Utah now.
You break Kyle Bowler's all-time touchdown passing record. Aren't you a little bit proud about that?
I think it'll be a little bit more proud of it when I'm done playing here. But again, I'm 100 more times happy about the W today, and every single win we'll ever have than any record.
A little bit of a slow start out there. What was troubling you the first half of this?
I think just some of the stuff they were doing and some of the stuff that we weren't doing. We weren't playing very well. I wasn't playing very well. And but they say it's not how you start, it's how you finish, right? So we were able to finish and come out with the W.
A couple of those touchdowns went to Kenny Lawler, who made those incredible type catches. Your thoughts about those one-handed?
The guy doesn't surprise me anymore, really. I mean, I know it's all awesome for the fans, but I see that stuff every day in practice. So when he does it in the games, it's pretty normal now at this point, which is crazy.
Next week you have Utah. Of course, everybody heard about Utah beating up on Oregon. Another big test next week.
Absolutely, it'll be a big test for us, and it's going to be a fun road game. I mean, they've got a good atmosphere there, and hopefully we come out with a W there.
To Goff's season numbers now. Are these Heisman worthy, Larry? 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 1,630 yards passing, and he's completed 70% of his passes through 5 games.
It's a good start.
It is. It is.
You know, go up to Utah and Salt Lake and beat them in a game that everybody's going to be watching. College Game Day is going to be there next week as well.
If game day is there.
If game day is there.
The pressure's on.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's on track. I do think he will be sitting there. I don't know if he's going to win the Heisman, obviously. We've got a lot of season to go, but he's certainly, I'm not worried about the Heisman. I'm worried about the NFL draft, because that's where he's going to be.
Yeah, you're right.
In the springtime, and that's another whole conversation. But in 3 years under Sonny Dykes, this is you're starting to really see everything come together. I mean, Goff is great. We know that. But the defense is so much better. What was the stat? 7 sacks today? And
7 sacks, 12 in the last 2 games.
And in terms of the takeaways.
Turnovers, 18, 17 last year. I mean, one better than last year.
So much better. However, note of caution. Here's the schedule. At Utah, then a bye. At UCLA, then they've got USC, and then Oregon.
Yeah,
so
not easy.
Those are tough games, but I'll tell you what, if you're one of the old Blues at Cal, right, and you've suffered and you're going 1-11, this is great. This is fantastic.
Lots to feel good about right now.
You got Goff. You got him at least for 7 more games and a bowl game after that, and we'll worry about what happens after, way down the road. All right.